Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Alright, let's check it out what we got right now. We have a quite interesting looking car, which I personally really like the way it looks as like a hatchback, which for a moment I never knew that this model made a 5-door hatchback. Now what we got in front of us right now, it's a 143 scale Opel Vectra. Now this is the, not sure if it's correct, but I read like the GTS. I'm not sure where I got that, but I'll put it in the title if I find it correct. But this is the 5-door because as you know, the Opel Vectra comes as a 4-door sedan, and also they make them as a uh, station wagon, a 5-door station wagon. But they also make this one, which was a 5-door hatchback. And I knew it in the older models that they had the hatchback, but I never knew that they made it in this time of the this era. Which, by the way, this is the third generation Opel Vectra, the one that came out in 2002 all the way down to 2010. Okay, guys? Now, the Opel Vectra in some countries were called Holden Vectras. And also I think in the UK, it was called Vauxhall Vectra. Now, I know I'm for sure it's in the UK, but I'm not sure if Vauxhall was called in other parts of the world. That's why I said I'm not sure. But now, I gotta tell you, I like the model. I think it's a good looking car, but it's not a wow factor. I think it was a pretty looking car. I think the 5-door hatchback, it was the prettiest of them all. But still, Opel was kind of fading away. I think the Opel Vectra with competition like the Ford Fusion and other brands that were coming out with these really cool looking cars. Now, again, like I said, it's not a bad looking car. It's just a little bland. Bland, like I mean, like it could. It's not like an iconic model that you're gonna remember for a long time. It's those type of cars that you're gonna say they are attractive, they're nice, but they're probably the one that you will maybe 10 years from now or 20 years from now, you probably won't even remember this model no more. That's my point of view. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just saying what I think. Now, engine wise, they have a 1.6, a 1.8, 2.0 turbo, a 2.2, and a V6, which was a 2.8, and a V6 also 3.2. And you also have the diesel engines, which you got from a 1.9 all the way down to a V6 3.0. Transmission wise, you had quite a few. You got a 6-speed automatic, 6-speed manual, 5-speed manual, and a 5-speed, it was called an Easytronic automated manual CV-tronic. Quite a fancy name. It's more like a CVT transmission, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this model right here, like I said, it lasted all the way down to 2010. I'll tell you the truth, I like the car. You know, the front end, probably the headlights, it reminds me a bit of the Ford Fusion, or was it called Ford Fusion in Europe? I'm not fully sure. Mondeo. Well, no, not the Mondeo that you guys had in Europe. This front end reminds me of the Ford Fusion that was sold in North America, like the headlights. If you look at it, if you Google like a 2005, 2006 Ford Fusion, it kind of reminds me of those type of headlights, like a little bit pointing up, taking over like over the front hood section. Yeah, but the car looks good. I'm gonna let it go around a few times and I'll be right back. Alright, guys. So what do you think about this car? Do you actually, I would say that if you live like in Europe or probably Australia or New Zealand, you have to probably remember this car because these cars were very popular from what I heard in other parts of the world. I personally never seen one in person because the Vectra was never sold in the United States. Well, we never had Opel. We had them a very long time ago, but we don't have Opel now. But we used to have a brand called Saturn, and Saturn brought the Astra for a while. They used to call them Saturn Astra, but not the Vectra. The Vectra we had a model that was similar, not in looks. They share the base from Saturn also, but they consider the base the same from the Opel Vectra, but it was totally different in looks. It looked very different. It was called a Saturn, I think the LS. Alright, guys. So don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up, which I always appreciate. Before I forget, this model it's made by Schuco, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Schuco, but which I'll also put in the title so you guys know exactly where this model comes from. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And let me know in the comments below. Do you remember these cars? Did you like them? Do you have one of these? Did you ever drive one of these? Alright, take care of yourselves and goodbye.